Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our YouTube channel, Sharang and And I think we have had enough videos on YouTube where people know who we are, and I think I'll skip the introductions for this time. So today's topic is how to properly and healthily get over a breakup, and I think this is a topic which will be interesting and pertinent to Gen Z people, especially, but I think people of all generations, because I think in the words of the great Alfred Lord Tennyson, it is better to have loved and lost than have never loved at all. So I think the way I think I would like to structure this video is in the beginning, I'll just give my perspective as a bit of a layman, and then I'll hand it over to our psychologist, Sharvari, who has had some experience. I'm sure she's had some clients who have dealt with some toxic breakups and so on and so forth, so that she can give us a bit of a technical perspective. So I think how to healthily get over a breakup. I would say that the first thing as a layperson is just sit with yourself and introspect deeply upon your own thoughts, your actions, which led you to this. Because I believe in taking personal accountability as much as you possibly can. And there's a phrase in Hindi कि ताली एक हाथ से कभी नहीं बजती, right? Which means that you can't clap with just one hand, which means that in any or in most situations, both the parties are responsible, at least partially. And ultimately, you cannot change that other person, especially if they were so problematic that you decided to end the relationship and walk away from them, right? You cannot change that person beyond a point. So, what you can do is calmly reflect on your own mistakes, introspect, and try to change yourself for the better. Not for that person, but for your own self, so that the next person you meet, you're not condemned to repeat the same mistakes over and over again. The second thing is to just accept that जो हो गया सो हो गया, and try not to remain emotionally involved with them and remain emotionally attached to them. There are some people who I guess do manage to stay friends after a relationship has ended. Most people, I guess, don't. That's ultimately your choice. But ultimately, you have to look deep within yourself and know that have you truly accepted the fact that it's done, and have you truly moved on from it. And I think the words of the great poet in Hindi, Harivansh Rai Bachchan, are inspirational, where he says कि देखो इस अंबर को, कितने इसके तारे टूटे, कितने इसके अपने बिछड़े, फिर भी टूटे तारों पर अंबर कब शोक मनाता है, बीत गई सो बात गई. And ultimately, just like know that you cannot control everyone else around you, but you can ultimately control your own actions, your own character. And once you fix your mistakes, the right person who's aligned with you will walk into your life. And even if in the meantime you work on yourself, you fix your own mistakes, then the probability of that happening increases. And with this layman's perspective over, I think I hand it over to our psychologist. And yeah, Sharvari, take the floor. Tell us.
Sure. Thank you so much, Sharang, for your insightful comments on this. And actually, what I'm gonna tell, I call it as a four-step breakup routine. But the points you made right now are pretty close to what I was going to mention anyway. So that's a good thing that happened. Coming to the first point, I would say that this is where many people have a lot of problem is accepting that the relationship is over. So
Mm.
they are not ready to sit with themselves. This is a phrase that we say in the terms of psychology, that they're not ready to sit with themselves. They're not ready to recount everything, what happened, why did it come to this place. And that is
Mm.
why they are not ready to accept the fact that the relationship is truly and actually over.
Yeah.
This is where
I'm so
many
sorry to cut you in, Sharvari, but I
yes,
also feel that a lot of people are unwilling to take personal accountability, for their own mistakes. And yeah, with this short interruption, I give it the floor back to you.
no, that's totally fine. That's actually a very good point that you made, that you need to, as I mentioned, sit with yourself, take personal accountability, and also think that what happened, why did I come to this place, and why did the breakup happen in the first place. So this is what I would say accepting. And of course, accepting brings a lot of painful emotions out. It evokes emotions in you. Some people cry, some people get angry, some people also have relief. And why that happens is because if something is so toxic and you finally get rid of it, the human mind is very complicated. You still might feel something for that person, but you also have a sense of relief that, okay, I got out of that, I got saved. So that is also something that we see. in people who have gone through a bad breakup. And then I would come to the second step, that is make sure that you go no contact. So every person will have this urge, to reach out to their previous partner, how are you doing? How is everything going? Are you thinking of me? And I would say that is extremely dangerous territory, because you do
mm,
not want to venture in those waters at all. Because what
mm,
happens is you kind of still keep that bond open. And if there is
mm,
a reason, every breakup happens because of a reason, right? There
mm,
is, even if a breakup has happened just like that, there is always a deeper reason why it happened in the first place. So remind
mm,
yourself of that reason, and then I would suggest definitely go no contact. Do not at all contact your previous partner. And that makes me come to my third point, is it, stops healing. And in healing, you technically again make sure that you're not making the mistakes that you were making probably in this relationship, or any revelations you might have had. You have time to ponder on those. Okay, this is
mm,
what I did wrong, and this is what I don't have to do going ahead in my future relationships, whatever I will have. And people find it very hard to heal. This is because we have had certain memories with that person, good times, and lot of, inside jokes. Like, there are small things, and sometimes every small thing reminds you of them. But this is
mm.
where you realize that healing is necessary. Otherwise, it will never open new doors for you to meet other people. So that is a point I would like to make. And now, question many people ask me is, how do you know that you have healed? Every person
Mm,
has a different definition for this. But in my opinion, when a person's memories don't trouble you, you just think of them as thoughts, I would
mm.
say is when that you have healed. What do you think? What is your opinion on this?
Yeah, I think I agree with it. I just think he like so I would put it in the context of people who are from Gen Z. I think social media has exploded, and while there are some benefits, there are also some egregious, the horrible qualities of social media which I deeply dislike. And one of them that is that it is very very difficult to completely disengage from a person. Because in some ways, you through your mutuals kind of dig at so yeah, the best way, and in the like before in our parents' generation, you could just completely disengage and move away. So yeah, I think I agree with everything you've said, and I think there are some intuitions which we have, but it's if they're standardized in a way that psychology attempts to do, then it becomes like a kind of like a rough manual for other people to follow. Because I think as you mature, you tend to develop those intuitions. But unfortunately, many of those intuitions are the result of learning from painful mistakes,
Mm.
right? So if you have like a bit of a rough guide, then you can, in a way, fast track that process.
Right.
And I,
Definitely.
yeah.
I think this makes me come to my fourth point, is because some people, I've heard a lot of, my friends who went through breakups or things like that. They're like, oh, I went through a breakup. I don't want to ever get married, or I don't want to meet anyone else. Or they just close those doors. And while that is a
Mm,
personal choice, I completely respect what is their stance on dating in general in life. But I think everyone should keep doors open, because you will find that person. Even if it feels hard right now, you will definitely find that person who aligns with you in terms of goals. And yeah, every person is flawed, but
mm,
you have to go out there and you have to seek it. Otherwise, it's never going to come to you. So just because you have had one bad experience doesn't mean you should shun or shut the whole dating cycle altogether, is my opinion, or what I think. So
right. No,
that is a
make,
message I would like to give to my fellow Gen Z as well as millennials on this.
yeah,
Keep your doors open, don't close them. And
yeah.
one thing I would like to mention in particular is that, try to, so we all aim to be well-adjusted individuals, right? So what I
Mhm.
would say is, try to deal with all of this in a very, very healthy fashion. Because
Mm,
I think we are all at an age where we don't really like drama. So if you
yeah.
try to deal with it in a very healthy fashion, you can uh, come out of the situation with grace. is what is
Yeah,
my.
yeah. Learn to walk away with some dignity. Like shake hands, wish them well, and just walk away with a clean breakup. If you can't be really, if you can't be very affectionate with that person, at least be professional. Shake hands, walk away. Be like, okay, sarve sukhino bhavantu, sarve santu niramaya.
Yeah.
And I think with this, I think I'm done. At least I think you want to add something, Sarveri. I think.
No, no. So that's all from my end. This was my first step breakup routine that I would recommend to a person. And
Mhm.
if you are watching this and you're currently going through a breakup, it's very sad to hear that. And I do hope that you feel better. So lots of wishes and good luck to you
Yep.
from the both of us. And we hope that you
Mhm.
feel better soon. By
Yep.
this, I think I would like to end this video, Sharang, if that's okay. And I want you all to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Sharang and Sharvari. We post a lot of content, so make sure you guys stay tuned for our next videos. Do already check out the videos that we have posted. As I mentioned, there is great content on our channel, so make sure you go and check that out. And if you like this video or you want to write something about it, do make sure you drop a note in the comment section down below. So yeah, thank you, Sharang. It was nice
I
talking.
think I'm really sorry for cutting you off. I just couldn't resist saying this, but I'm a fan of poetry, so I think true love can heal a broken soul.
That's beautiful.
Thank you for
That's very beautiful. Thank you, Sharang.